Hi everybody, I'm Eric Nadel. I'm the radio announcer for the Texas Rangers, and today I'm going to read you one of my favorite children's books. It's called Knuckleball Ned.
One of my favorites, The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
One of my favorite books, The Giving Tree.
A book that I wrote called A Place for Everyone.
Se llama Juan y los frijoles mágicos.
In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf.
For as long as he could remember, Ned wobbled.
Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy."
Some have dark skin, some have light, some are left-handed, and some are right.
Vivía en una casita con su mamá y una vaca flaca que daba poca leche.
On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry.
Whatever kind of ball you are, you can sit with me and be my friend.
The world would be a pretty boring place if we all looked alike and thought alike.
Mamá, trae el hacha rápido.
And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy.
Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly.
Ned just smiled, a secret smile.
Be the person who walks bravely into a new group and welcomes others into yours.
Con un poco de oro, Juan volvió a comprar su vaca flaca y todos vivieron felices para siempre.
And the tree was happy.
There is a place for everyone. Find your place and help others find theirs.
I love being a knuckleball.
Y que pasen muy buen día.
The end.
The end.
The end.
Bye.
Welcome to More Life. I'm Jody Dean. This is a show about all the great things that good people are doing for each other during the fight against COVID-19. By the way, if you'd like to see your favorite Texas Rangers reading those bedtime stories in their entirety, go to the Texas Rangers channel on YouTube. First, though, a story about seizing the moment. Meet Otis Mitchell.
I couldn't have spelled hand sanitizer about 4 months ago.
Mitchell's small Fort Worth company is GM Pharma, and early on in the COVID-19 outbreak, they realized we were going to need a lot more hand sanitizer.
We dedicated a couple of lines. We're working from 5 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night to try to keep up with demands in different sizes. My cousin, who happens to be a police officer in Fort Worth, said, we're running low on hand sanitizer. I said, you got to be kidding me. I will go over tomorrow, get some from the plant. And they were very nice. They were very excited.
The surprising thing to Mitchell, though, is how stepping up the minute his firm saw a need opened so many other doors.
When people start doing things for other people, it's funny how opportunities present themselves. People start recognizing this small little company in Fort Worth.
Last week, we told you about Fletcher's Corny Dogs serving lunch at the Northeast Dallas Police Substation. Amber Fletcher wrote a few days later that afterwards, 5 other police stations reached out, a fire department, along with 3 hospitals, 4 neighborhoods, and a local business, adding, what a blessing in such uncertain times. Near the VA hospital in South Dallas, retired Marine and Vietnam vet Ken Watterson and his staff are also meeting needs.
We're seeing about 60 veterans a day. Many are unsheltered.
How are you doing this? Are people coming in? Are you going to them? What's going on?
We've been staying open, essential business. We actually put out some military tents out so they can be separate, 6 foot apiece. We're feeding 2 meals a day, 6 days a week.
Bass Pro Shop has stepped up and done a huge favor for the Veterans Resource Center. Tell me what they did.
Bass Pro has been a partner with us for quite some time. In the holidays, they give us turkeys for our veterans and our families. Yesterday, they called us and they said they want to clean their freezers out at their restaurants. And so we met them over at Garland Bass Pro, and we had a truckload of frozen food. It's going to be the best food that veterans had in a long time. They had steaks, shrimp, fish. Food has been hard to get, and this quality of food is really great.
You probably won't take credit for this, but an idea that you had come up with, and that is to use this year's Memorial Day, which I believe is on May 25th, not only to honor and remember our fallen servicemen and women, but also honor our first responders and frontline healthcare workers.
I'm glad you mentioned that. In 2000, I helped bring our National Cemetery here to Dallas, and I have been involved every day since. This year, this will be a good day for us all to recognize the veterans that lost their life, but also all the first responders and everybody else has been involved with this virus.
When it comes to cooperation, though, 3 major local organizations are setting a new standard.
We're on track to hit 80% higher distribution rates than we had pre-COVID.
Before this pandemic happened, we were serving around 2,500 people a day.
How many are you serving now?
About 4,000 people a day.
Providing food to those who can come pick it up, though, is only one part of the equation.
Homebound individuals in our community that need help with that extra mile, that's where Catholic Charities is really coming in to help us out.
With the social distancing and the restrictions on elective doctor's appointments versus doctor's appointments for necessities like dialysis appointments, for example, it left us with a lot of capacity. And so we were looking for ways to utilize these assets in a way that would serve the community best. And overwhelmingly, it became clear that food distribution was one of the number one ways that we could help.
And it's relieving the worry and fear that makes it all worthwhile.
You remember all that's important and the impact we're having on these people's lives.
This is what I think I'm here to do.
If there were a silver lining in this, Jody, it would be this one. These three organizations coming together for the first time to serve the greater good of the community.
Tell me who's eligible for this program.
People are eligible if they're above the age of 60 and you must be homebound for one reason or another. And it'll say right there on the front page, you know, if you're needing the nutritional supplement program or you're needing home delivered meals.
For more information, call 817-534-0814 or go to ccdofw.org. And finally, a guy who's bringing smiles with red tights and a bottle of hand sanitizer. Denton's own friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I wanted to bring some positivity to what's going on right now, some happiness, some smiles. And if it meant this 40-year-old man here put on a Spider-Man costume and act goofy for a bit, you know, it's a small price to pay. You know, I find so much enjoyment making people smile right now. You know, so many people are hurting. So many people are without jobs and all the stress of the uncertainty, and you know, children that can't have birthday parties, you know. So if I can show up and act goofy for a bit, that's what I wanted to do.
Again, if you know of a story of good people doing great things for others in your community, send me an email with photos and video if you can to jody@jodydean.com. Coming up, lessons learned over 7 decades from someone who's told the story of those years. When More Life continues.